two-man Glacial Curtain, but he will try to zone out Wara itong 3 na ito. He will be the first one to fall. Actually, no, 4 people here. That's Lasagna being laid out. Even the gravity field killing spree na si Kenjiu. And the lasers just hurt so much. Double kill na. And that'll be a triple kill as well.
Oh, hindi ko alam. Pero initiator, a full fall! That's the full front combo! Pakalaw na! By the slicing measure of the Pune is there. The antagonist is also there para sa side ng University of the East. Now na pinuhos na ito ng Xavier University. 90k. Para sa ating goal! Oh my God! Ito na! Initiate na doon! They are on to the hand! Pinagsak! Visual Maelstrom on the members of Vindicator Esports Club! Reynera with the racket! Ito na rin! Si Rice taking on! Having a triple kill! Going for the carries! One-on-one sila ni Reynera! But format is gonna be... Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God!
And we are back. Again, this is the Law Collegiate League playoffs, and I am Bad Boy Asarai with an I, and alongside here with me is...
I am Cool Kid Neep with an I, so back with a new, better name.
With an I. It's a one, man.
With a one for an I.
There you go.
There we go. There we go. Cool
nice. All right, so we are now back for Game 2. That will be UST versus, or rather, University of Santo Tomas versus Our Lady of Fatima University. All right, guys. Again, we would like to remind you that we will be giving away the Academy skins. That is the Echo, Vladimir, Ari, and the Darius at Game 3. So be prepared for that as we go in to the ban pick phase between these two teams. That is, again, University of Santo Tomas versus Our Lady of Fatima University. Yeah, so UST going into the game really strong.
They've got that momentum from game 1 with that pretty solid victory. So let's see if UST decides to go for a very similar strategy or if they're going to mix it up. And the bans this time around are completely different for UST. Morgana being banned, Fizz being banned as well. However, on the other hand, Riven is banned.
Yeah, again, I think
taken away from Zyken.
Yeah,
they really don't want to give Zyken that Riven.
Yeah, because Zyken last week was really annoying with that Riven in the top lane. Like, he has been doing... He's been playing around with, I think, was it the Shen that he was going against in the top lane?
And Diana is actually banned from James Meister, so...
Yeah, so the stronger picks of UST are off the table. So hopefully, we might see the Juggernauts come into fruition.
Ooh, Skarner's open. I have a feeling Raze is going to pick that Skarner right now. Let's see if he does decide to do that.
Oh!
And there we have it.
The predictions are real.
Skarner. However, in this patch, Skarner has been nerfed. He has been hotfixed, so his movement speed has been reduced from 345 to 335. And his Crystal Spire passive does not proc whenever you land your auto attack after landing your E.
The Fracture.
The Fracture, yeah. So
5.16?
Yes. No, the hotfix for 5.16.
Oh, okay.
So not as strong as he was a couple of weeks ago, but still a very strong pick. And Potu CXG responds with a very strong pick of their own, taking that Elise.
Yeah, because even though in the 5.16...
Ooh, Gangplank.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about first Elise. So even though Elise, in terms of her human Q, the human form Q, the neurotoxin, did get nerfed in terms of the damage, she's still a very strong jungler just because that cocoon, I think 1.3 seconds, 1.6.
Yeah, it's really long.
Yeah, it's still very long in terms of like early game pickoffs. It will allow you to either force a flash or get a kill. But nope, never mind, because they're gonna cover over the Echo. I mean, come on, this is like...
But Echo in his own right is a really strong jungler right now. Like, Echo, Elise are probably the top junglers in the current meta right now. And with this Gangplank top lane, really early pick coming in for the top lane, they don't want to give it to Zyken. Zyken didn't play Gangplank when it was open last game. However, it looks like Jobim has something up his sleeve with this Gangplank. Just does so much damage. Yeah,
because even though Gangplank may fall behind, his parlay does give him a little bit of chance to get back in terms of the gold, as well as his, I don't know, it's like insane wave clear when you get the stronger barrels and then just be able to pop all of his minions, get a lot of gold back. It's really strong.
Yeah, we do see that Mephige is going for that Corki once again, going for his comfort 80 carry pick, and Nautilus has been locked in for the UST side as well, so this could be flexed for the top lane or for the support role. Both are fairly good. We have seen a lot of this in the meta. However, top Nautilus, I feel like, isn't as strong as he was back in 5.15 just due to the
nerfs on his Riptide.
Just due to the nerfs and just due to the new champions that have just sprung up in the top lane meta right now.
Probably you can see this more in the bottom lane because I could see the synergy between the Nautilus and the Corki.
Very strong lane, lots of damage.
Similar to what the Alistar Corki was in game 1 when UST, when Mephige was Schnitzno was doing, or rather, no, it was Jana. Never mind, but still, it's similar to the composition when it's an Alistar Corki. There you go.
And we do see that OLFU going for the Jinx and the Alistar, same bot lane that the FEO team last game ran.
Yeah.
The Alistar and that Jinx. It's a fairly good bot lane. You have so much CC. You've got the Flame Chompers. You've got that Headbutt Pulverize combo. So lots of CC, lots of time for you to lane. And it's a very safe lane as well. Lots of ways to disengage from a bad gank.
But I don't know, like this. I don't know if it's going to be like a Jinx game. Like, you know, when they go for the Jinx, you actually jinx your game. Get it?
Yeah.
Because like FEU lost
3 out of 10.
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
Still, it was a nice try from me. All right, so so FEU did lose game 1. I'm sorry, guys. I am forcing the puns right now because I wasn't able to pun anything game 1. All right, so looks like it's gonna be a hover over the Renekton. Nice. So we might see a sibling of Noxus in the top lane. Renekton right now.
He's actually really good right now.
Yeah,
like,
with
we haven't seen it.
New items.
Yeah, the Titanic Hydra with Renekton is really good. And he counters a lot of the top laners in the current meta. So I just feel like he has a really good place in the meta right now. We should be seeing a lot of Renekton in the upcoming weeks as we start approaching Worlds. And the Lulu as the mid laner as well. So very, I really like the pick and ban coming in from UST. They've got new champions. We haven't seen that Skarner in a while. Well, it's our first time seeing the Skarner. We have that Renekton top, also a really unorthodox pick based on what we've seen in the past. So and it's just a really well-rounded comp right now. So I really like it. They have that Whimsy from the Lulu to help facilitate the Skarner getting the ultimate, getting that drag. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. And
the Impale.
The Impale.
Yes.
And is that going to be a Gangplank mid?
Oh, I think that could be a Gangplank mid because...
I guess it is.
Wait, we have to see. Oh yeah, so it's going to be a top lane rumble for Jobim. And he is walking into the 5.16 patch with the Equalizer's cooldown on a higher cooldown. So that means that his Equalizer plays will be a bit delayed, or rather, like when he uses it, he'll be a bit delayed afterwards.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Very interesting. So UST, they're going for a similar type of team comp they ran against FEU. They have the really strong pick-oriented team comp with the Nautilus Dredgeline and with the Nautilus Riptide, as well as the Skarner with that
Fracture stun.
And the Fracture as well.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they were doing a flex pick with the flexi pick with the top lane Gangplank because UST went in for that Renekton, because Renekton, in my opinion, early game can actually out-harass the Gangplank.
Definitely.
So they want to put him in the mid lane where at least he can get himself a little bit more farm than when Renekton will just push him out of the lane, not get him any farm, any gold from the parlay. At least we could say that the Rumble can duel well with the Renekton, with the Scrap Shield, with the slows, and the Flame Spitter. So I think OLFU just did the flexi pick with the...
really smart flex pick.
with the Gangplank here.
And Gangplank mid against a Lulu is going to be really interesting. I feel like Lulu might have a hard time in lane. Like, Lulu can be a bully at times, however, I feel like her bullying potential won't be enough to stop the Gangplank from just farming up, especially if Gangplank decides to go for that Flask and 3 Potion Star. Just so much sustain, especially with those oranges.
Yeah.
He can just sustain the poke damage coming from Lulu and just freely farm up, farm for that Triforce, farm from that Infinity Edge, lots of damage.
Yes, and also, yeah, like you said, the oranges makes him K against the stun of the Skarner and the polymorph of that Lulu. So bottom lane wise, like there's the engage coming in from both of the supports. But in terms of the early game damage output, will it still be going into the favor of the Corki?
Definitely, Corki, like we saw in the early game, remember when the Corki against FU went in all in on Kiddo on Jinx, and with that Sheen just obliterated Kiddo right there. I feel like it's going to be very similar to what we saw last game, especially with the Nautilus as the support. Lots more damage compared to what a Janna can provide, with just so much damage on the Nautilus, actually.
Yeah, so as that devastating blow working to give you that one root that can allow you to have 1 second more damage onto that opponent AD carry.
Yeah.
Or put him in range of your Phosphorus Bomb, because, you know, they might be able to flash away from it. At least you get your combo a little bit more easy with that devastating blow from the Nautilus passive.
So the thing with the OLFU comp is that they've got a very specific timing attack on when they're like absolutely super strong compared to the UST side. So that's when the Rumble is able to complete that Leandri's and complete that Hourglass, and when the Gangplank is able to complete that Triforce and complete that Infinity Edge. At that moment, Potu just needs to completely capitalize, force fights, force objectives, and just win the game from there, really, as they actually do have a better late game comp as well, as Renekton tends to fall off come late game, Corki as well, and Lulu's just a utility bot come late game. So they have a specific spike. For OLFU to win the game, they just try to survive in that early game. Maybe perhaps get a lucky gank, maybe perhaps pray for a snowball. But if all of that fails, you wait for your spike. When you get that spike, you force the objectives and you just snowball the game from that moment. So roughly the 21-minute mark is where we'll see OLFU really start to shine. Meanwhile, UST just needs to do the same thing. They just need to do the same thing they did last game. Get the early advantage, snowball it from there, and try not to bring it too late into the game, and just deny the carries.
Yes.
And in this case, the Gangplank.
Yeah, OLFU really need to weather the storm, rather engage the storm.
Yes.
Initiate it, and never let OLFU get into that safe spot or good spot that the late game will be, you know.
Yeah, taking a look at the skins, it is tied for actually UST going for that skin advantage, 3-2. So
yeah,
and they have pretty nice skins as well. The Blood Fury Renekton, Battlecast Alpha Skarner, and the Pool Party Lulu.
Yeah, legendary skin with the Skarner there. Actually, I don't know. This is probably my least favorite Skarner skin.
Yeah, I don't know. It just deviates too much from the original Skarner look.
Yeah, it looks really clunky.
Yeah, I really like this shirt. The new Shurima kind of theme.
Guardian of the Sand
Yeah,
Skarner.
that one. I really like that Skarner skin. It looks really nice. And I really like how the spires look.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Really looks good to capture.
Yes.
All right, guys. Before we get into the second game, or game 2 between UST and OLFU, we do like to remind you again that we are giving away Academy skins at Game 3. Look at that in the background. Hindi na nakikita yung Ari sa likod ko. But of course, again, that is the Echo, the Vladimir, the Ari, and the Darius, all up for grabs in Game 3. Structure-wise of the playoffs, I think we're just going to get back to that after the game
but it
has ended.
It is a round robin, so...
Yes, so very easy lang naman. Round robin. I'm sorry for that. Round robin, whoever gets themselves 3 points will go into the finals, except if there is a tiebreaker.
Yes.
Which, of course, we are going to have ourselves a best-of-2 match, and then whoever wins that will get into the finals and will go against the winner of Sunday's group.
Yeah.
Yes. And the finals schedule, I think, is on the last week of September.
Yes.
Yes.
Right before Worlds.
Yeah, of course. Because we don't want any schedule clashing,
Yeah,
especially when it's Worlds.
All the players and the casters themselves just really want to watch Worlds.
That is
Despite
true.
like enjoying the cast of the LCL.
Yeah, viewing party,
Worlds
man.
is Worlds.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So we are now into game. So let's see how well. Let's see if UST can keep up their winning spree and secure their spot into the finals. If they win this game, then I believe they will
get themselves 3 points if
they
get to wins.
3 points.
Yes. All right, guys. Welcome to the Summoner's Rift. This is Game 2 in the LoL Collegiate League playoffs. In the blue side, we have UST in the top lane. It's going to be Zycan with the Renekton. In the jungle, it's going to be Raze with that Skarner. In the mid lane, it's going to be James Meister with the Lulu. And in the bottom lane duo, we have Nafij on the Corki ADR, and Schnitzel will be his support Nautilus.
Yeah, and on the red side, we will be having OLFU. In the top lane, we will be having Jobim playing the Rumble. In the jungle, we will be having Pao on the Echo. In the mid lane, we will be having Dom with the Gangplank. And for that bot lane duo, you'll be having Sky and Wura on that Jinx Alistair combo.
Yes. All right, we are just, of course, in the pause of the game. Just gonna wait for these players to reconnect. But looking into the early game pickoffs, like level 1 initiations, who do you think has the better composition or better damage output?
In terms of level 1, I definitely have to give it to UST. They have so much CC. I believe, yeah, so 4 out of 5 of their members have CC of some form, while the Corki does have really high damage with that Phosphorus Bomb. So Renekton can get that stun with his W. Skarner, if he gets his Fractal, the E ability, he can go for the stun as well. Just lots of CC on that UST side. However, based on how they play, I don't think they'll be going for any risky invade of some sort. Just looking to go for the standard ban.
Also, I think like when you're gonna go for a Skarner jungle, you'd want to go for the Crystalline Slash rather than the
because that
Fracture.
really messes up with your clear speed.
Yeah, that is true. All right, so for OLFU's side, you did say that they have an easier time when the late game does come for them, since their champions are, well, late game beasts. Compared to UST, who only can use Mafij in the late game somewhat, but then Renekton does fall off, and then of course the Lulu is more of a support mid laner rather than a carry mid laner.
And Dom's just going to do so much damage in the late game. I'm actually really excited to see what he can pull with that Gangplank.
I have seen a lot of games with the Gangplank barrels in clashes wherein it just rips apart every opponent's HP, and then they just said, what the hell happened?
You combine that with that Cannon Barrage and you've got yourself a dead team.
Yeah. Actually, like, I don't know if this is what other Gangplank players do, but my first upgrade with the Silver Serpents on the Cannon Barrage is the Death's Daughter. That's the one with the true damage and the big cannonball falling in the middle of the Cannon Barrage.
I feel like that upgrade as well as the Raise Morale upgrade are probably the better upgrades to get on the Gangplank right now.
Compared to the one that has the faster...
The one that adds the extra wave and much faster.
Yeah, okay. So, because like the morale does allow you to... allow your teammates...
Especially in the team fights where you've got a really huge explosive 5v5 fight, that Raise Morale can just be a really game-winning... Like, while you don't really feel the effects of the buff, it's just really strong. This is actually really one of the biggest reasons why I really like Tarek's support. Is that he does so many things behind the scenes that you don't really realize like how effective he is, how many bonus stats he gives you with that Shatter and with the Radiance.
Oh, the ultimate, because I'm pretty sure that gives you AD and AP when he activates it.
Yeah, and you also have that bonus armor and the armor shred, which is, I don't know, I just really like Tarek. I just felt like sharing.
Yeah, I know you want to be... Wait. Fabulous? Glamorous? God. Outrageous. How did I go from fabulous and glamorous? Alright, from...
Wow, it's actually Potu being the ones invading right now.
Yeah. Now Raze will be seeing the brunt of the members of OLFU, or rather Potu, as they are getting bullied out of their own jungle. Glitterlance does come out from James Meister with that very nice aquatic animation from the Pool Party Lulu.
Yeah, really cool skin. I really like that recall animation. So P.
Yeah, it's a party with that animation there. All right, so right now, Potu have the information that they need to check out where the Skarner is, because before the rework, Skarner's ganks weren't as potent because he didn't have the stun with the fracture. Now level 3, he can do it with the movement speed boost and that fracture as well. You know, just allowing them
Lane swap
to either force flashes or get the kill. But yeah, lane swap right now coming in from OLFU.
I don't really agree with this lane swap too much. Like, Rumble's actually really good in the lane swap. However, at the same time, Renekton is also a really good lane swapping champion. I'm not sure what OLFU is trying to gain from this lane swap, as the Alistar Jinx lane is a fairly safe lane itself. I guess they're trying to capitalize on the fact that OLFU just has so much coordination compared to the other teams. Like, these guys can compete against the other challenger teams in the series, so they want to capitalize on their advanced communication, and Zyken getting bullied out of his jungle right there.
Yeah, I think the reason why they initiated the lane swap, it's just a possible thing. OLFU might go for a 4-man split push in the top lane, just get themselves an early top tier 1, and then go back to the original lanes.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, and I believe Schnitzel is doing the right thing right here, rotating towards the top side as well, as if they are threatening for the 4v0, you send your support top lane, as it's now a 2v4 and makes it much difficult for them to tower dive and take that turret. And Wora's just being such a bully right now.
Wow! Wow, he gets the steal right now as Raze is gonna take a lot of damage from these two members of OLFU. Will he go down? There's the zap, will force him to flash away. And wow, what a steal there from Wora.
The entire first 3 minutes of the game, World just messing with Zyken, and then now he takes that blue buff, messes with Raze, and this Alistar, man. That's all I have to say.
This Alistar, will he open up the top lane with that play, as it looks like they want to go for the 4-man push, as Jobim is still here in the top lane and not going into the bottom lane. But looking into the bottom lane itself, Mafij is freezing the lane.
Yeah, I feel like he could have done a better job of maintaining that wave balance in the bot lane. He should have attempted to go for the freeze in that bot lane rather than just slow pushing it towards the other side, as this gives Rumble lots of CS to farm up, and they did back away from that 4v0 as they did spot Schnitzel in that top lane. So, like, if you ever encounter a 4v0 situation when you're playing your solo queue game, just send your support top. That usually stops it 90% of the time.
Yeah, that high success, or rather high counterplay chance. Yowza!
Does Gangplank even have any crit right now? That was 200 damage.
I kind of like
3.
We'll never know. Like, I think before in the spectators mode you can check that out, but they kind of removed it. Raze taking a lot of damage, and I think this will be the first blood of the game. Who will it go to? It will go to Dom in the mid lane with that Gangplank, so his items will get a bit faster for that Pirates captain.
So Raze going a bit aggressive, trying to get his revenge from after losing his blue buff to Wora, and gets killed in that process right there.
Yeah, problem was he couldn't escape anymore because he was forced to flash earlier in the top lane. Ooh, nicely comboed.
Nice combo.
They're gonna go in, and Zyken will take one turret hit. Probably will force him to play a bit more defensively. The combo is still there from Wora as well as Sky.
Zyken has been doing a good job of taking the CS in this 2v2 lane. Currently almost 10 CS above this Rumble right now. And Rumble, not really the best bully against Corgi just due to how well Corgi can trade against him. However, here comes the trade, and ooh.
Yeah, there's the overheat. Will actually just force Jobim there to just, you know, be a bit more defensive and just back off. He will chug one potion. He's gonna use that, what do you call that, a mace? And is it left hand?
I have no idea.
I think it's a mace. Like, Mordekaiser has a mace, so I think it's called a mace, or like a hand mace, or a haste. Never mind. Oh my gosh, that was so corny.
Yeah. 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that 8 out of 10 from you.
I think that's why they call you Bad Boy Asarai, because your puns are so bad.
Ouch! Ouch.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine, man. I get it. Alright, Mafij does take a bit of damage from that electric harpoon as well as the flame splitter. So the Corki is getting a little bit heated up as his machine will get countered out by the machine of that rumble. So looking into the jugglers themselves, look at this. He's gonna go in again with the flame splitter, actually forcing the Valkyrie out and flashing in as well. Jobim, will he get the kill? No, misses that electric harpoon. Mafij, nerves of steel, doesn't even use his flash or heal.
And that's really good coming in for this bot lane. This means that Raze can go for that gank in that bot lane for free. And let's see if they do decide to capitalize on it.
Yes, the teleport is not up for these two top laners. In terms of the goal advantage, 500 in hands of OLFU, just because coming in from, I think, the mid lane kill, as well as the ADR for OLFU, giving themselves a lot of gold. So, might see what happens in the next dragon fight, who will get the momentum of this game.
Yeah, definitely. And Mafij, once again, going for that Sheen. However, there's not really much you can trade in that bot lane. I feel like Raze hasn't had the greatest early game so far, despite being this Skarner who's been hyped up so much as being one of the best junglers right now. Yeah. Hasn't really had that much of a presence on the map. And meanwhile, here comes a Flash Pulverize.
Yes, and now they're going to go in onto Zyken. Zyken doesn't have his ultimate yet. There's the stun from the parallel convergence. And now they're going to try to go in onto Schnitzel. He will be forced to flash over the wall. Equalizer was used to slow him down quite a bit. That will open up OLFU to get this top tier 1.
Yeah, and that was a really great setup coming in from OLFU right there. I really liked how Pao placed his W perfectly, getting that stun onto Zyken and securing that kill. Zyken now 0-1-0. Meanwhile, we do see that Jinx has been able to get that early kill. This is what FU was not able to do in the last game. Now we do see that Sky has that 1 kill, will be starting to snowball and will be a much bigger threat.
Early on.
Yeah,
than Kiddo before. Because, again, UST was able to deny the kills onto that Jinx.
Yeah, so let's see how UST responds, as we were talking earlier in the Champion Select how UST needs to make the plays in the early game. However, this time around it looks like it's OLFU making the plays, and this shouldn't be happening coming in. This is actually a really bad news, really bad for UST all around, and I really don't know how they're going to come back from this, actually, as while there's only barely a 1k gold deficit, it puts a psychological kind of tilt in the enemy mind when you go 2-0 so early into the game, when you're supposed to be winning that early game.
Yeah. Also, I think I have to give it to the uncredited MVP in the early game for OLFU, which is Wura. His pulverized headbutt combos, coupled with the flame chompers and the ganks from Pao, were what allowed OLFU to actually open up the top lane.
Yeah, he's just been a bully throughout the game, especially in that early game where he stole that blue buff, shut down Zyken from taking the camp.
Yeah.
And now Zyken, he is 10 CS above Jobim right now and has picked up that pickaxe, so it looks like he will be going for the
early dragon take.
That is, yeah, so he is going for that early Tiamat, and here comes UST with the smart rotation, taking that dragon, knowing that Jobim had no teleport, and the Ultra Mega Death Rocket does not connect.
Yeah, as it hits Mafij straight into the face. And there was a dredge line onto, I think it was Wura, but there was not enough members to try and engage, and I think it would have been a bad engage since OLFU does have the item advantage as of this point. Oh, look at that, some fancy footwork from Pao. Will face dive in the out of the wall and then just go back into the face of the blue sentinel there.
Yeah, so a little bit of a lull in the game as the first dragon has been taken down. No big items being completed on the map just so far. So we do see that Sky does have that BF sword. However, no IE yet, and that isn't that big of a power spike when you look at Corki with that Sheen.
Yeah, because game 1 we didn't see how powerful it is when you hit that Gatling gun, that Phosphorus Bomb, and then the auto attacks with the Sheen proc. Just so much damage against the opposing ADR.
Yeah, definitely. And here comes a gank in that mid lane. Here comes Pao. Managed to land that stun. Here comes the Cannon Barrage.
Cannon Barrage. And oh, badly timed headbutt from Mura will not connect right now for his teammates in terms to get the kill.
And that's why I hate the new Alistar change. It messes you up so badly. Like, that right there is like why all Alistar mains hate the new Alistar change. It just trips you up. That 400, it's like 400 units of speed just
gone.
Yeah, gone. Makes the timing on the headbutt pulverize completely different. And that could have been a different, and this could have been a different story if that actually connected. And now we do see that a counter engage might be happening once this pause gets unpaused.
Yeah, Pao does have the chrono break to be able to get away from that sticky situation. Actually, no, when he actually chrono breaks in, he's gonna be still in range of the members of UST, but Raze is pretty low. Does have the Cinder Hulk upgrade on his item, though not the tankiest jungler there is, so he might go down when Sky opts to hit him in the face with a bit of rockets or bullets if he so much desires.
Yeah, looking at this from a spectator's point of view, the correct play would probably just be to back out and just disengage from the fight, as not much was burnt and not much was lost. However, like going from a player perspective, I have a feeling Zyken's gonna try to double dash into Sky, get like CC'd and like die. Like, I don't know. I have a feeling that's gonna happen. I don't know why. He does have flash available, maybe, and we do see Schnitzel in the backline. But I have a feeling someone from the UST side is gonna die from overcommitting. Maybe Raze. Who knows?
It happens when you overcommit. You die.
Yeah.
Inside or outside? I don't know.
Probably both.
Who got? Who got? All right. So we do see. Looks like the teams are starting to reconnect yet again. In terms of the goal advantage, OLFU with only 1,000 in their pocket, but that's so to say that OLFU's composition is late game, and UST, we were talking about how they were going to be the aggressors, but it didn't work out. And
UST with the smart play, deciding to back out.
Yes,
great job. Slow clap.
So it looks like OLFU with their itemizations was, I think the momentum of that early game skirmish might try to get themselves the mid-tier 1. Oh, Pao actually takes one turret hit. Parallel convergence will only connect to Raze, but it's only the slow, as in the bottom lane, a 13 CS advantage already for Mafij against Sky. Granted though, the Sky does have that one kill, so in terms of the gold, it's almost the same.
Yeah, so this is alright, I guess, coming from UST. However, they do need to be careful, as it's OLFU that's really dictating the flow of this game right now. They're just really responding to whatever OLFU is doing, and that's not what they should be doing. It really should be UST going for the picks, looking to make the plays, and this really falls onto Raze and the jungler, as the Skarner hasn't been effective the entire game. I haven't seen anything nice out of him, and Jobin with the sneaky play.
Yeah, they're gonna go in onto James Meister. No stun will come up, but that time winder would actually slow down James Meister. He'll be forced to flash, or rather chrono break away. Oh, will they get the kill onto Jobim? No, the turret hit will not follow through, as that one trade might open up the mid lane now.
Too much wave clear.
Never mind.
However, Dragon is still quite a far. I believe Dragon's up in 2.5 minutes, so
yes,
that probably is the next objective to be setting up for. I believe Zyken will be starting to put pressure in that top lane and try to take that turret. However, he does not have teleport available, so it may be difficult for him to do so.
Yes. Smart play though as well, coming in from Jobing, just playing around the vision of UST and then getting a pick onto James Meister with the help from Pao.
Yeah, definitely right there. Really smart play, and I really like that cheeky play, just hiding in that bush. Like, I think he was there for quite a bit.
Oh, Sky gets stopped in terms of the recall, so Mafij knows what's up.
However, Sky just walking away, so...
Yeah. Still though, you do stop him from recalling, getting any items in terms of the objective, but Dragon is still quite a bit far away. I think that's just going to be Mafij getting a bit more CS.
Yeah, definitely, and Pao's just putting pressure on the map, really slow-paced game compared to the other games, to the other game we've had tonight. I guess it doesn't really matter as OLFU is in no rush once again to end this game. They do have a specific timing on when they're really strong, but they're just content with farming up. They don't need to do anything really. As long as they don't concede too much objectives, they will win this game.
Yes. So looking into the gold advantage, it is slowly stabilizing for UST. Granted though that there is not a lot of gold advantage that OLFU had to work with, but they do have that 3 kill advantage in terms of UST. Triforce still not completed for Dom, but is he almost there? Almost there, yeah. I think 100 more gold will be enough for him to buy that Trinity Force. Probably almost in time for Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon is up in a minute, and let's take a look at the vision control coming in from both sides of the map. We do see UST, once again, this is reflecting on how reactive UST has been throughout the game. They only have the defensive wards. They haven't been making the aggressive picks. However, they are attempting to make one in the top side of the map as here we go.
Oh, there's the Impale on to Jobim. Here's a parallel convergence from Pow. Will only get a stun on Schnitzel, and that will be not enough to save the Rumble in the top lane, as Jobim will be forced to flash away. Nicely done dredge line by Schnitzel, but there will be no follow-up as Jobim still has his Chrono Break available. Cannon Barrage will save, or rather will just add to the annoyance that will counter out the would have been possible dive coming in from UST.
Yeah, and that was a really great patient play coming in from the top lane. However, it looks like UST wants more in that top lane as they are now pushing onto that turret. And we do see that Pao is doing his best to try to defend it. However, he will be forced to back away. So a turret now taken for UST, putting the gold advantage actually in their favor. And Dragon is up, so next objective will definitely be the Dragon for both teams as they start to make their way towards this Dragon once they finish their recalls and buy their items.
Sorry, just checking what advantage did he get? Nothing yet though. This is 17 minutes into the mark for your first Silver Serpent upgrade onto the Cannon Barrage. And actually look at this. OLFU weren't able to trade objectives. Like, the top lane did go down because UST pushed it in, and OLFU weren't there, or rather weren't able to reposition and get themselves the first Dragon of the game, if ever possible, a while ago.
Lots of wards going down at that Dragon pit. 4 wards in the same area, and here comes Whirl. Let's see what he can do, and here comes Engaged by OLFU.
Yes, and now it's just going to be a cleanup potential here from OLFU. Look at that Flame Spitter just roasting up the members of UST. Here comes Sky in the backline, just chugging out all of those rockets in his hands. Oh my gosh, look at the damage, and Raze will be forced to flash away, but UST did get themselves that first, or rather second Dragon of the game. Equalizer slows down more the members of UST, but they're just so far out in range that OLFU only get 1 kill onto Mafij and possibly the mid-tier 1.
Yeah, so Zykin was able to steal that Dragon away. I believe Raze managed to smite a bit too early, leaving it at 50 HP. However, Zykin was there to clean it up. And that fight was very split up. Like, ults were going off in different locations. Everyone was focusing their different targets. And as a result, I believe only 1 person died during that fight.
Yeah, Mafij.
1 for 0. So not the greatest result. However, OLFU was able to take that turret, and UST was able to take that Dragon. So somewhat of an even trade.
Yeah. Looks like UST want to get themselves this mid-tier 1. Granted, it's very low in terms of HP. With that Corki, it's going to go down even faster. It goes down right now. And look at this. The goal is now equal for these two teams.
Yeah, really close game, actually, despite the kill advantage coming in from OLFU. And now, I guess we wait as we have now entered the mid-game where what OLFU really just wants to do is try to take the outer turrets that are remaining, so in particular that bot lane turret, and just farm up for their 2-item power spike. That's where it's at, really. That's where OLFU can just shine. Meanwhile, UST, they just need to focus on maintaining objective control. They just need to focus on getting the correct picks, getting smart team fights, I guess.
Yes.
And just choosing their fights wisely, as it's definitely not the end of the world for UST, and they can definitely come and win this game.
True that, especially not having any gold advantage for OLFU's side. But again, like you've said, they still have to be very careful since OLFU are starting to get themselves that late game itemizations. For Dom, he has finished his Trinity Force. As for Sky, he does have an Infinity Edge against Mephige's Triforce. I think game 1, it was Sky not even finishing the Infinity Edge with Mephige having a Triforce and a Blade of the Ruin King in his hands already.
Yeah, definitely. And what's interesting to point out is that Dom is actually opting to go for a more earlier power spike build, opting to go for either a static Shiv or a Yonmu's Ghostblade. So it will be interesting to see what he decides to buy.
Wow.
Ooh, the denial.
The deny. Nope. Coming in from James Meister with that auto attack onto the barrel, or the powder keg rather. Looks like they're gonna go in onto Sky right there. Just the Valkyrie in with a hello high rocket barrage to the face of Sky. Would have been a nice matchup to see the Firecracker Jinx against the Dragon Rider Corki.
Yeah.
Is it Dragon Rider? Yeah.
I'm not really sure what the skin's called.
Yeah, but it's the
Chinese
skin.
New Year's.
Yeah, Chinese New Year skins. Slow will only connect onto Ray, so no stun coming in from Pau. Skarner right now only has the 1 kill participation. Granted that this is the only kill from UST, so the first gank from the Skarner was the first effective kill for UST.
Yeah, however, Raze hasn't been able to put that pressure compared to how much pressure Pau has been able to put up. Let's see if he becomes more effective towards this mid game where getting picks on the correct targets is vital. And here comes the pick attempt and does land that impale. And here comes.
Now here comes the 3-man gang onto Jobim. Can he survive? The damage is just too much from that Zyken. Oh, look at this Pau as well as Dom wants to re-engage.
Ow.
There's the powder keg onto Zyken. He's gonna go down. Oh, nicely done. A knock-up from the Wura. Alistar there as Raze will try to run away, but here comes Shinisa with the re-engage. Where are the ADRs? They're still far from over, or far away, as Sky is first to the party, and it looks like it's going to be a 4v3 situation as Potu starts to clean up the members of UST. Run, baby, run, as only Mephige is the only healthy person here. He tries to go in and soften up more the members of OLFU, but Sky is pretty healthy. He's gonna Valkyrie in. Will he get a triple kill? Oh my gosh, Dom will go down, but Sky will get himself the 1 kill. So that is a 2-for-4 exchange, I believe.
Yeah, and Zyken wants more. He is there for
will he
revenge.
survive? No. Parallel Convergence was not fast enough for the shield and the stun.
I believe that was a 3-for-3.
4-for-3.
4-for-3.
Yeah, because Zyken went
down.
Zyken
died as well. So
yeah.
Despite that really sketchy engage coming in from UST, they were able to turn it around with that really ballsy play coming in from Mephige and with that teleport revenge kill coming from Zyken. So, but aside from that, I feel like this shows one of the biggest flaws of the UST comp right now is that they have to burn so much to gain so little. They used the Lulu ult, they used the Renekton ult, they used the Skarner ult just to kill Jobim. However, after all that was burnt, they just died. They had nothing else to do during the counter engage coming in from OLFU.
Yeah, because when OLFU engaged, they still had everything in their arsenal to get the re-engage on UST. Granted though, the Dragon is now up and UST are first to the party, but OLFU saying themselves, we are the beasts of this game. We're just going to push you out with our golden Alistar.
Yeah, and I don't know. That skin, not as good as Black Alistar.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so it looks like...
Oh, you don't like Black Alistar?
Oh, never mind. They impale Ace off the Sky. That is the target that they wanted to get. But Mephige is now running for his life as well. Look at this. There's just a brunt of tanks in the front of the Dragon side of the river, or the river side of the dragon, and they're gonna try to re-engage. That is a 4-for-0.
How did that happen?
Can we get a replay onto that? Wow!
Wow. Right when we thought that OLFU had the game, UST just turns it around with that really clean and decisive sweep right there. 4-for-0, and this is now a Baron coming in from UST. I don't think there's anyone to stop this.
Yeah.
Pao is still up. Let's see if he can go for that.
Yeah,
The swag steal.
Yeah, can he get the swag steal? But Schnitzel is here with a devastating blow with that Dredge Line and the Riptide to stop at all cost this Echo. Oh, he wants to go in. He is. Oh, the Polymorph stops him. Will it be enough? He's gonna. Ooh, almost.
Denied.
He tried to dash in, but he got denied.
And with that 5-for-0 Baron buff on UST, 3K gold lead, and Potu's in trouble.
Yeah.
That was actually really good timing. Right before they got their double power spike item, their double item power spike rather.
Yeah, so it counters a little bit the damage output that
yeah.
OLFU would have had.
And at this point, it doesn't really matter as UST is actually really far ahead now, and it won't really matter once OLFU gets their items.
Yeah, I think in that clash, I would have given it to Raze because he got the impale on the best target that he could have put it on. That was Sky, and Sky was, I think, out of commission for the first time in all of this game. Like any skirmish, when Sky was there, he wouldn't die, but now he died at the very beginning, and then OLFU were disoriented.
Yeah, and I feel like taking a look, like reflecting back on that UST fight, they really took the collapse in. Like, that's really how you should be playing. Oh, wow, 865 damage.
That was painful to watch.
Yeah, and that's only 2 items.
Yeah, imagine if he gets 3. Oh, okay. So we see right now that UST get themselves the mid-tier 2, and that will boost up their goal advantage to the 5,000 mark.
Yep, and it looks like UST wants more, going for this top lane turret. However, they do need to be careful. They can be engaged on, and they might not be as lucky as they were last fight, where they got that pick onto Sky and just collapsed in onto everyone else.
Yeah, granted though, that Raze had to flash in and impale just to get the pick onto Sky because he was a little bit too far off.
And
looks like he
wants to
go in now.
wants it.
Yeah, he wants to go in for it, but he will be stopped in the face with an Alistar. But look at this, Schnitzel, very, very aggressive. Gonna try to go in, but the Equalizer with the Cannon Barrage actually stops everyone from UST, and that actually softened up the members of UST that flambéed the members of them. Look at that, 50% HP and almost
just
all of them.
Just 2 skills, 50% HP. Insane.
Yeah. Looks like they want to re-engage. Nicely timed Glitter Lance will stop 3 or 4 members of OLFU from trying to re-engage there.
Yeah, and with that, I believe the Baron is starting to run out, if it has not yet run out. No, they still got roughly a couple seconds, yeah. So not that much. So
yeah.
With that Baron buff, they're only able to take 1 turret. So not the best use of Baron from the UST side. They weren't able to get that top lane turret with that really good Equalizer and Cannon Barrage.
Yeah, I think they could have just put Zyken in the bottom lane. Granted, like, 1 person with the Baron buff, especially...
Yeah, he did have that teleport.
Yeah, especially with the Renekton who can clear a wave really fast, would have probably put a lot of damage on the bot tier 3, or bot tier 2 rather. Forced OLFU to split up a little bit and then teleport in top lane. Possibly gave themselves a more opening because OLFU had 5 members in the top lane. So, as you saw there, Equalizer and Cannon Barrage disengage from UST.
Yeah, so it looks like UST is listening. They are going for that split push style with Zyken in that bot lane while the rest of the UST members in that mid lane. So the powder keg will not connect onto Mephiege.
Yeah, but they're kind of respecting now the powder keg from Dom because the one time that it hit onto Mephiege, Mephiege goes down to 50% HP.
Yep. Good thing there was no follow-up on that, or else that would have been a really dead UST.
Yeah, and it looks like they want to push in this bottom tier 2, but OLFU saying to themselves, nope, we still have our Equalizer, Cannon Barrage at our disposal. Will you contest us?
Yeah, what UST needs to be doing right now is they just need to focus on maintaining that vision control that they've already established and just play around the objectives right now. So maintaining that 4-1 split push that they've been doing throughout the game, while at the same time, like this would be the most ideal situation. You ward up bot side, you send 4 members of your team mid, and you keep Renekton bot lane. So you put so much pressure in the mid lane that they're forced to burn maybe the equalizer or something like that. Then you just disengage, rotate bottom, and take the turret. That's what UST should be doing right now.
Yeah, because they can't engage when OLFU has everything in their kit to stop the engages.
Yeah, they have no hard engage on that OLFU side. The only hard engage is the flash pulverize headbutt combo coming in from Alistar.
Yeah, but it looks like OLFU, even though UST were actually first to set the wards for the dragon, is getting pushed away by OLFU.
Yeah, so that's due to UST having to recall and buy those items.
That damage onto Raze.
Yeah, Raze has a lot of armor, but that chunked him really hard.
Yeah, that armor.
Ooh, here comes the flank from Zyken right now.
Oh, will it be enough to get themselves a kill? As Wura here tries to do the Alistar, just, you know, he tries to force away the other members of UST there. As look at that Zyken solo killing Sky with the combo that he has, especially with the Dominus activated.
Wow.
Oh my god, what was that? Dom will actually just turn around this fight with the barrels, with the powder kegs, and the look at that, the polymorphed Rumble there actually spits out the fire. So the deny with the headbutt actually gives Dom so much there that wow, can we get a replay onto that?
So there was several things that went right for OLFU during that fight, and this chase is still on as I feel like Schnitzel will die. So the biggest things were the choke point with the cannon barrage and equalizer. So let's take a look. We do see that the barrel powder keg. So this is after the initial fight, and that powder keg just chunks everyone so low, 1,000 damage right there. The E flash instantly bursting Corki, and then here comes just a sweep afterwards.
Yeah. Also,
I feel like Zyken should have just collapsed onto the Rumble rather than trying to kill the Alistar.
Yeah. Also, I think like that keg changed the
yeah, definitely.
The
game,
tide.
Team fight winning keg right there.
Yeah, like if they didn't get the keg, UST could have gotten that third dragon for themselves. Did they get the third?
I
think it was OLFU. Yeah.
I believe UST actually got the dragon.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I didn't see it.
It was OLFU going for the re-engage at the blue fluff choke point.
Okay, okay. So it was more of like if UST didn't get that power keg to the face, they could have.
That's why vision is so important, because they fought in that choke point not knowing where the members of the OLFU team was.
Yes, yes.
And before starting this Baron buff, I really think that UST should be going for that vision control right now, trying to ward up the jungle. As if we take a look at the UST vision, they have all the turrets down, like the second tier turrets, but they don't have the vision to supplement the turrets that they've taken down.
Yeah, so it's like a black map overall for these two teams. Actually, wait.
Yeah, really black for both teams.
Yeah, it's only...
Both teams just need to focus on warding before they even consider the Baron right now.
Yeah, because fighting in the darkness is not what you want. You want to see the lights.
Yes.
But UST right now wants to push in this mid lane. And, oh, look at this. Zyken gets caught out. Flame Chompers will actually connect onto... Oh my god, the damage onto Sky is just that much. There's the depth charge going to follow Sky. He's very low on HP. Nicely done. Look at this. There's the equalizer as well as the cannon barrage from these two teams. That choke point is just so real that the members of UST will just go back and say, we've had enough. Let's take a little break. Wow.
And UST keeps on fighting in these choke points when they don't have the vision to, like, they need to just prioritize vision. Like, this applies to both teams. Whoever focuses on vision, whoever establishes vision control will probably win this game. And they haven't really done a good job of it right now.
Yes. And even though Sky almost died and he was actually out of the fight for that one.
He burned a lot for that though.
Yeah, he actually had to burn a lot for that one. The AoE ultimate from Jobim and Dom was just, again, just shredding or chopping little bit one by one the HP, because like UST was in, I think, more than 50% in the duration of that AoE. So they had to just back off because they were in no position to fight, because like you said, they don't have the vision, and of course you don't want to fight in when the opponents have that kind of advantage.
And I feel like the biggest thing with this AoE is it's really shredded. Like the biggest person that's being affected by all the AoE coming out, fighting in his choke points, is James Meister, as because he's getting down so low, he has to use his utility spells on himself rather than his teammates, which is probably the biggest factor in why OLFU has been succeeding in these team fights, alongside the fact that they've landed the combos and have gotten those key barrels during those fights.
Yeah. Also, kind of lucky that the depth charge didn't have enough damage to kill Sky there. It was, I think he was like one auto attack away from dying.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Baron is still a possibility, as that fight from earlier did allow UST to put some decent wards into the jump, the red side jungle of OLFU.
And wow, I don't think OLFU has any wards on the map. They have 2 wards.
There you go.
Alright, yeah, OLFU has 2 wards on the map, so I feel like they could do a better job of establishing vision control, especially since they have 2 sight stones. Echo did decide to get that sight stone early on into the game. However, the map doesn't look like they have 2 sight stones.
Yes. Granted though that UST has 3 of the upgraded trinkets.
Yeah, so looking to put the wards on the map, however, not the best job at putting the wards down. You know?
Yeah. Alright, so we do see, look at that though, in the top lane, one Flame Spitter from Jobim actually shreds the HP of Zyken, especially Zyken only has the Mercury Treads.
He doesn't have that much MR.
Yeah, so the Void Staff, Leandri's Torment, so all the magic penetration as well as the HP burn that Jobim would like is there, and he has the safety of that Zonia's Hourglass.
Yeah, definitely. And if you look at the OLFU team comp, Rumble isn't really the highest priority.
Oh, looks like they want to engage. Oh yeah, there's the headbutt and pulverized combo as it does land onto Mefidge. Oh, Schnitzel here will get caught out. 4 members of OLFU are hammering down on his face, but he's just that tanky that he will just that tanky that he will be able to Spider-Man away. And while that's happening, look at this. James Meister is split pushing the mid lane.
Yeah, so many skills were burnt in that bot lane for nothing. Meanwhile, UST gets 3 turret damage.
Oh, but look at this. James Meister getting caught out by Pau. The 1v1 against the Echo and the Lulu has begun, but Lulu looking to be the victor in the top, or the mid lane rather. Look at this. Raze is getting the fancy footwork against the members of OLFU there. Mefidge is actually just spamming out his Rocket Barrage as well as that Phosphorus Bomb will force away the members of OLFU, because I think Zyken has been pressuring this top lane. They have to react fast or UST will get themselves a pretty slick advantage right now, as this bot tier 2 might go down. Wave clear from OLFU is enough with the static shiv and the rockets from Sky.
Definitely, and at this point in the game, despite on paper, OLFU having that stronger team fight and the late game, it hasn't looked like that. And
wow, look at that, Raze with the pose. But look at this, oh my gosh, the damage from Snitchel. Snitchel is real, as the Alistar does the zoning potential yet again. Doc does get the kill there, as in the top lane. Look at this, Jobim gonna go down to Zyken. So will it be the top tier 3 trade, as OLFU, what can they do? They get the kills, but there's no objectives close enough for them to take except for this dragon here. But Mefidge and James Meister don't want them to recall. It is a 4v2 situation in the bottom lane, but will they risk it? Oh, look at this. It's very close right now. They want to engage onto Mefidge. Where's the headbutt pulverized combo? There is no slow from that rocket from Sky. He doesn't have the red buff. So, looks like OLFU will trade the top tier 3 and possibly the inhibitor to the dragon to OLFU.
Yeah, however, it looks like UST is not giving up this dragon so easily. They are putting up a fight.
He doesn't get the steal, but he gets the kill. Onto Wura there. There's the chrono break, but so much HP onto Mafidge. Can't Sky do anything? There's the Valkyrie in, but is it enough? Oh, he gets the kill onto Sky. It actually flashes away, doesn't get stunned from the parallel convergence. So the fancy microing from that Corki is enough. But while that is happening, Zyken has cracked open the base of OLFU.
Yeah,
there is... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, go ahead. But I just want to say that this Corki has been making the plays, making it count with those ballsy Valkyrie ins onto... Like, every single time this Corki Valkyrie is in, Fidge goes in for that aggressive Valkyrie. He makes something out of it. He keeps on getting those double kills. And this time, he got that double kill. Didn't get the dragon, however. This looks like it's going to be a Baron as a result of Echo being dead.
Yes, and Jobim is the only one here. He does have the equalizer, but will it be a steal? Schnitzel does see it. Oh, Dom is here, but he is setting up it. Oh, the damage only goes to Raze, but Raze actually tanky enough to survive that. Didn't think the Kegs did crit there. There's the Super Mega Death Rocket Fireworks Edition. Will not connect. A little bit too late there. And UST give themselves a 7,000 advantage with, I believe, the second Baron of the game?
Yeah, the second Baron. And with this Baron, UST now has several options that they can take in order to try to close out the game to their favor. They can either go for the inhibitor directly, or they can go develop the other lanes. Go for, like I said earlier, the 4 in the middle with the Renekton pushing bottom. However, it looks like we will be having a very interesting split in terms of rotations coming in for UST. The Renekton in that top lane, trying to solo that inhibitor. Meanwhile, we will be having Corki in the bot lane. So 1-1-3 for this UST team. And it's not that bad actually. You get that bottom turret, you threaten the mid lane, and you also threaten the top lane.
Yeah, as well as all of the members of UST having the Baron buff. So their pushes, even though Jace Meister is not the best tower killer because, well, Lulu doesn't deal that much damage to the tower, but the wave clear is there. The Baron buff will actually help her out.
Yeah, however, these waves are just being cleared so fast by that Gangplank and his powder keg. And
yes.
They
but
did manage to get a turret somewhere. Oh,
the bottom tier.
Oh, okay, nice. They managed to get that bottom tier turret, and now they're maintaining that push. They have rotated towards that mid lane, while at the same time Corki is still in that bot lane pushing.
Look at that flame spitter. He's putting so much damage onto Zyken. But Jobim, if he gets in range of Zyken, Zyken can actually kill him really quickly.
Ooh, but Zyken can get killed pretty quickly himself.
Yeah, but that inhibitor does go down as UST start shredding the HP, or rather the base of OLFU here.
Yeah, and it's going to be really difficult for OLFU to come in. They haven't been getting the right team fights they want. Every time they try to go in for a team fight, Sky just gets picked off. They haven't been doing the greatest job of getting the pick. Alistar keeps going in for the hard engage. However, there is no follow-up on that engage. The Gangplank isn't doing... It's doing a lot of damage, but it's not doing consistent damage, and it's not doing enough damage to warrant Alistar going in for that flash headbutt pulverize, as he's leaving the Jinx so vulnerable. Jinx can't do anything as Renekton just gets in her face and she just dies or is forced to flash out.
Yes. And, well, Dragon was taken, Baron was taken, so now the only thing that UST can actually force is the turrets, and looks like they're putting a lot of their forces into this bottom side, granted that the top side is open, so all of you have to rotate a little bit farther to the top side compared to the mid side if it was being forced down by OLFU or by UST, but no, UST wanting to get the mid and the bot, getting a bit greedy. Can they get picked off from here by OLFU? We'll see what happens.
This is just actually a really smart play coming from UST. They're letting the top lane shove in, and once the top lane gets shoved in all the way to the base and someone has to go defend that, they can go for the more aggressive play. However, they're starting one now.
Yes, there's the Unbreakable Will coming in from Wura, but they were just actually disengaged. James Meister and Pao going at it again, and Pao will back off the second time. There's the Flash Dredge line coming in from the support of UST, but nothing will come out of that. Didn't have to burn any flashes from the side of OLFU from that Dredge line Flash combo though.
Yeah, definitely. And
oh, look at this. They think they want to engage. Dom actually uses the Yomu's Ghost Blade. That was a potential damage booster there for him. As, oh, there's the pick onto Memphis. He goes inside and goes down as Dom gets the kill. What a nice play there. Oh, here they go. Oh, if he tries to re-engage, the Equalizer does connect onto Zyken. He is getting slowed down as Pow will get the impale onto his face, but does still have that Chrono Break to get out pretty quickly. Dragon will be up in 30 seconds. And
however, they need to pay attention to their base. It is being taken down by the minions. I feel like they will lose the turret from this, despite actually they have enough time to go take that. So
yeah, so they'll be able to get themselves the dragon potentially, as Zykan does survive. He did take some damage from the Equalizer, but I don't know, that wasn't enough.
Yeah, and a 1-for-0 trade in favor of OLFU. However, they will concede the 3rd dragon of the game to the 6th dragon of the game to UST. So both teams now on equal footing with the movement speed bonus.
Yeah, look at that Super Mega Death Rock and not putting a lot of damage onto Schnitzel. It's pretty tanky right now.
Yeah, however, the base has been exposed. 2 inhibitors down for the OLFU side. So they're playing on the back end of the foot.
Yeah, they're running on fumes right now. And honestly, I think that play that they got to pick onto Mephiage was really good, but if they got more picks, they could have stopped UST from stopping them more, and then probably trying to turtle a little bit, possibly get themselves a bit more of an opening, but then that 1 kill wasn't enough.
Yeah, definitely. And Gangplank is now going for a more, so both teams are starting to slowly complete their build. They are going for more of the utility safety items right now. And OLFU hasn't been showing their late game team fighting prowess just yet. It's been very split, very disorganized fights. While they were able to get the pick onto Mephiage, the follow-up engage afterwards wasn't as great as it could have been.
Yes.
There's definitely a bit of bloodthirstiness and solo killing going in from that OLFU side when they just need to be sticking as a group.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go in again on Jace Meister. Does Pao here have a vendetta against the mid lane of UST? He has been 1v1ing James Meister quite a bit as this game has been progressing. Top lane looks like it's about to, top lane inhibitor, looks like the inhibitor is about to respawn, and they get the pick onto Raze, but oh, they got the impale to Sky, but he does have that QSS to get away. Can UST finish this off here and now, as Zykan in the top lane will start to slash away at that inhibitor.
Yeah, and let's see what OLFU can do. Right now, they're just trying to do their best to defend the wave. However, Pao has been caught.
There's the depth charge onto Pao, but he doesn't go down just yet. They're trying to get the pick onto Raze, but that's not the target that you want. You'd want to carry, but all of the carries actually in the top lane right now, which is Zykan as well as Mephiage. They want to get this top inhibitor down and out as the other members of UST start to just bully out the other members of OLFU. Will get this bottom inhibitor. They have opened up the base yet again, and Schnitzel take a lot of damage, but that headbutt combo will actually not connect, and he survives as Wura saves the opponent.
Like I said, that nerf messes you up so bad.
Yeah, I see it right now. Oh my gosh! There's the Super Mega Death Rocket to the face that kills the target. Gotta love that.
Yeah, and OLFU once again repelling the aggression of that UST team, taking a kill 1-for-0 once again onto Mephiage.
Yeah, granted though, look at this, Zykan has a teleport up, and the only one saving the base is Jobim, and the members of OLFU will they get spotted out to take this Baron. Oh, they're just backing off. They don't want to take this Baron. It's very risky. 3 inhibitors are down. Oh, they want to. They are getting seen here by OLFU. And look, or rather UST and UST are gonna push in. Oh, will this be the expect a moment? The 2v2 version of it, rather. No, it's gonna be a 3v2 right now as the members of OLFU will try to repel the members of UST, rather. That's gonna be Jace Meister. Zykan will be forced to back away. Zykan actually uses the Dominus to be dominated actually away by OLFU.
Yeah, no. Just no.
Stop. Stop. All right.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm trying to find a.
You'll get, I guess, like,
Yeah,
you know what Wayne
the
Gretzky
game's
once
not,
said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I gotta applaud you for that.
Yeah, you have to try until you die.
But meanwhile, both teams setting up for that Baron right now. Really the only thing in the way of ending the game for UST.
Yeah, Inhibitor in the mid lane has a spawn for OLFU, but the top lane and bottom lane are still pretty far off from respawning. And UST right now will get themselves a third Baron of the game. James Meister again soloing in the mid lane will just keep OLFU in their tracks. And oh, look at this. Pow positioning himself. He does have the vision. Can he get a steal? He's gonna try to time it perfectly. 4,000 HP on the Baron. Here comes Schnitzel for another stop on this. There's the ultimate. Oh, it's gonna be close. Can he get the steal? He doesn't.
Ooh.
As Mafij gets the last hit onto the Baron. He does have the Chrono Break over the wall. And Mafij right now is just in a good spot. He can just auto-attack and end the game. Look at this. Dom will get stopped in the tracks by Mafij as well as Schnitzel. He doesn't get the proc out of the kegs. Could have been a counterplay. But this late into the game, UST so dominant, not even breaking any of their tier 2s. And even the bot tier 1 still alive for UST. Giving themselves, I believe, the 2-0 against OLFU and
that
FEU.
secures their spot in the finals, I believe.
Yeah, we have to see though if other teams do get the 3 points.
Well, I believe it's impossible since there's only 3 games.
There's still game next week, Saturday.
Oh, okay, then.
Yeah. So we still have
UST makes this one step closer to getting into the finals.
Yeah. So we do see UST give themselves 3 points. Congratulations to them. What a very it was like against FEU, like it was a bit shaky in the in the early game, but then come mid game to late game, they just snowballed so hard that OLFU weren't able to react to that. What a power play!
And despite the Gangplank doing so much damage, wasn't enough. Despite the wombo combos coming in with the Cannon Barrage and the Equalizer, wasn't enough, and UST just manages to push through, take the slow, methodical approach, take one inhibitor at a time, one turret at a time, one Baron at a time, and win the game with a 20-20 score. So
yeah, I think it was also up down to Wura as well. He was doing a lot of good plays, but at the plays the plays that he did in terms of like using the combo, he was actually pushing away the opponents because I think like you said, he couldn't time it properly. And then for USD side, Zykan in the top lane was just soloing Jobim, and then he opened up the base of OLFU, and I think that just started the downfall of OLFU.
Zykan actually bought an Hourglass. I just noticed. If you take a look at the items,
and
take a look at the scoreboard, Zykan with the Hourglass. I'm not sure if he bought that during the game or at the end of the game, but
he just bought it at the end.
The Hourglass is there, and with 400 CS, I guess he had a lot of room to buy whatever he wanted.
Yeah, so again, congratulations to the team of University of Santo Tomas for winning themselves those 2 games against FEU as well as OLFU. So that's gonna put themselves ahead in the Saturday bracket for the LCL playoffs. So we'll be back for game 3. And again, guys, we'd like to remind you, we have still the guess the code, win all the skins. That is the, oh my gosh, the Echo, the Vladimir, the Ari, and the Darius. I am Bad Boy Astra with the 9, and of course alongside here with me is...
And I'm Cool Kid Meep with a 1 for an I.
Yeah, nice spelling. And we'll be back for game 3 after a short break.